I'm talking to Mr. Lewis DVorkin from Forbes Media, Chief Product Officer. Well, before we start with some technical questions about what you have been addressing earlier today during the Digital Innovators Summit in Berlin, Mr. DVorkin, can you first comment on, for those who wouldn't know, on Forbes.com and Forbes Media?
Well, Forbes Media is one of the largest publishers of business content in the world. We have Forbes magazine, we have Forbes.com, we have a luxury lifestyle magazine called Forbes Life. We publish Forbes Asia. We now have reintroduced Forbes in Europe, and we have more than 20 local licensed language editions throughout the world. So it's a big brand that's pretty much everywhere you could find it. Europe, Asia, America, wherever.
Yeah. Well, I've been reading about what you have been blogging on the internet on how in modern publishing organizations there has to be found a new kind of balance between journalists that you have on the payroll, people who are contributing from elsewhere, so-called self-publishers, and maybe freelancers, traditional freelancers. Before we start about Forbes, what's your opinion on how media are changing and what that means for the function of journalism?
Well, there's a lot of experimentation going on now in the journalism business. It's my opinion that the economics of journalism are broken. And because they're broken, people need to find new economic models. And that's what we're doing, is we're finding a new economic model. A new economic model to produce journalism, a new economic model to pay for journalism, and a new labor model in terms of the types of people that work for our company. So it is really a full-fledged effort to pretty much change everything we do, while the brand stays exactly the same. The Forbes brand has great meaning in the world. The Forbes brand is about success. The Forbes brand is about free enterprise and entrepreneurial capitalism, smart investing. All that stays the same. It's just how we create content for our brand that's changing.
Yeah. Okay, well, you have been talking about the website of Forbes.com and how it has been changed in the last years. Well, can you tell how the website has changed and what that meant for the number of people visiting?
We have expanded. We have a full-time group of reporters who are staffers, but we've expanded beyond that to now we have 900 contributors, so we probably have 1,000 or more people creating content on Forbes.com. The contributors, staffers are paid, of course. Contributors are incentivized based on how their audience grows, and that incentive model is very successful for us. And we produce a lot of content. That group of people, 1,000 people, publishes about 100,000 posts a year. And those posts are shared across the social web in great numbers and drives a lot of traffic. So bottom line is, over the course of the last year, our traffic has doubled to 30 million unique users a month from half of that a year ago.
So that's pretty impressive. I can imagine that also means that it's easier for you to have to lift advertisement income on your side when those numbers grow so fast?
Well, certainly reach is very important to an advertiser. There's many other things, engagement with the ads, engagement with the site. But our new program called advoice, which enables marketers, advertisers to also publish content on Forbes.com, is a very powerful new kind of viral ad product for our marketers.
And can you tell a little bit more about it? How it works?
Right, advoice is, I have my own, I publish, I write posts, and the tools I use, we're offering our marketers the exact same tools. So I have a brand, and it's labeled, and they have a brand that it's labeled. Companies like SAP, which you're probably aware of,
yes.
Dell, Merrill Lynch, all use our tools to publish content, and the brands of their companies are very clear. And the user, the consumer, knows it's very clear in who's publishing. And users and the marketer content lives in the same environment of Forbes.com as staff content, as contributor content, and everybody's identified and everybody's labeled and it's clear. And if an SAP or Dell or someone writes a post and it becomes very popular, it finds its way into the most popular module.
Yes.
It's also in search, it's in so many other places. It's dynamically and contextually integrated across Forbes.com.
Yeah, and so when the content is good, it doesn't matter where it derives from. Whereas we still see, especially in newspaper organizations in Europe, I don't know how it is in America, where traditional journalists say, no, the advertisers have to be kept out of the space. For you, that is a backfight. How do you say that?
I don't know.
I mean,
not sure.
Something that is from the past. Not
well,
modern.
you know, we're the only ones. We're the only ones doing it the way we're doing it. There are a few other internet brand companies doing it. Traditional media companies, for the most part, haven't. It's not something that they seem to want to do. But, you know, Forbes is becoming more like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. We're becoming more of a social media platform. So it's right for us. And I would have to assume over the years that other traditional companies will do the same.
Yes. Last question about social. You have commented a little bit on the social layer on your website. Can you tell us a little bit more how you have been weaving social into your website?
We one of our first steps was to elevate the sharing buttons, and very prominently. They're always seen as you scroll down the page. We worked with Facebook on Facebook Subscribe, which is one of their new features that allows a Facebook member to follow somebody who's not a friend. We have a commenting system where our staffers and contributors approve comments, and approved comments are placed with the icons or the avatars of the commenter under the headline. So we've elevated the social commentary to the highest, under the headlines, one of the highest pieces of real estate on the page. So we've done that. We have opened up our website so that a user from 12 different social accounts, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Windows Live, Google+, can use their credentials to sign into Forbes.com. So we've done a lot of work to open our platform up to the social media environment.
Yeah, and it means also that in terms of visits, a lot more visits come from social. In 1 year it was from 2% to 17%.
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. DVorkin, thank you very much
Thank you very much for having me. Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Okay.
Okay.